Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of where does your self-worth come from? Well, the thing is that everybody kind of feels that they're worth a certain amount of money, or they're worth a certain amount in the value of what they see themselves as a value within the world. And more easily explained, I think that people who are confident within themselves and people who are able to picture themselves as being worthy in this world and to have a high worth are the people that often succeed the best, because people who basically don't see themselves as worthy of being at a certain level in a company, or even worthy of being in a relationship, or worthy of being part of some sort of place in the society, well, they can never really achieve that goal because, well, they just don't believe. And usually you become what you believe. And that's why sometimes there's a difference between cockiness and the difference between, well, I actually do belong here. And I think that people who are cocky, sometimes they believe it so hard that they belong in a certain place that, well, eventually, well, they do become that, because you kind of become what you believe you are. But then people who are often sad, or they think that maybe they're not smart enough, or they're not funny enough, or they're not good enough, they tend to have a harder time because, well, if you think like that, well, eventually you're gonna start on the outside. It's just gonna reflect. Basically, it's gonna come out of you that you are that way. Whereas if you're laughing, if you're happy, if you're very confident in the way you say things and do things, well, first of all, it becomes charismatic because it's coming out of your pores. It's coming out of every inch of your body that you are like that. But at the same time, people prefer to be with someone who is confident of what they are doing. So that's where sometimes the line between how some cultures kind of say you have to be kind of, if you're really good at something, you can't be cocky about it. That also becomes kind of difficult, because being humble about something is good to a certain extent, but sometimes if you're in a working field that requires the best of the best, sometimes it's not the best of the best that actually do manage to get to the level that they're at, or the place in their company that they're at, by simply being like that. It just happens because, well, there's a combination of knowing what you're doing, but at the same time being confident about what you're doing is kind of exuberating. And if someone is just good at something, but they're also at the same time always doubting themselves, well, that's going to eventually make the people around them also doubt that person. So it's a really fine little balance. But at the same time, I do feel that, again, and I'll repeat it, if you feel that you are worth something and you actually do put in hard work and you do know things about your job, or, because I'm talking about jobs now, you will get to a higher level. But at the same time, with relationships, friendships, just the people around you too, you must have a good self-worth of you, not a cocky self-worth, but a self-worth that you know that you're worthy of being in the place that you are at that time and space and that place on earth, so that the people around you will also accept you and actually will want to be around you. So that's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.